I'm not getting sound in the stream.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's me. Sound is definitely on the laptop, but no sound's coming through my headset.
Yeah, I think that everyone would probably know if the sounds.
How
Oh,
about
I hear
now?
sound.
How much sound?
I hear it. I can hear myself.
Too many times?
Once is more than enough. I'll turn that off now.
Okay.
But she's live. She's working. We're on.
Excellent. I am hot diggity dog. We can do it. We can do technical difficulties like nobody's business.
We have
You're
no
killing
Zoomers
it.
here. Do we have Zoomer here?
Matt, are you a Zoomer?
Matt, are you Zoomer?
Technically, I think, but also.
Fix our tech problem, Zoomer.
Bro, you're the one that has this as part of a job. I think that, like,
I haven't done that job in years.
I haven't done this job ever.
You're a Zoomer. It's in your resume.
It's in my blood.
My generation did the 10 years of we are the default word experts. I am now
Word,
Boomer.
come on, man.
I can
You
rotate
guys
a
get
page
Word?
in a PDF like nobody's business.
Yeah.
Can you rotate and have the pages two different ways?
Hell yeah, I can. Watch me. I
Hell
need
yeah.
Adobe Pro, but yeah.
Well, oh,
Cool. Who are we and what are we doing?
We are Roll for Dopamine, and we are playing D&D because it's not cheaper than cocaine, but it's twice as addictive.
I think it is fractionally cheaper than cocaine. Remember, this is Australia. Cocaine is very expensive here.
But so are dice.
It depends who you know in the dice industry.
Oh, I know no one, so for me.
Oh, Jamie saying that he's gonna make so Critical Role are coming to Supernova.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm gonna make them dice, and they're gonna love me because no one else is gonna do dice for them. I'm like, oh, buddy. I think. I think. Shout out Jamie. He made me some sick ass dice.
They do look cool.
Yeah.
Everyone in the comments tell us how jealous about the die you are.
My problem is that some dice look incredibly delicious. That's a real problem that I struggle with about not eating some of the dice.
Do not eat the dice.
I've never had that issue. But also, I think that I really like my opaque dice.
That is such a Dwyrew move to want to eat your dice.
Hey!
Seriously though.
I think I feel like it's your you've got the intelligence, you should have the wisdom. I think it's the wisdom that's that tells your brain maybe I could eat it.
I don't know how I feel about this. I feel very attacked at the moment. Cool.
I regularly think about what my own stats as a D&D character would be. I think I want to say that I've got pretty good charisma. Intelligence is up there, wisdom terrible, constitution terrible.
Yeah, no, I had this discussion recently, and between the abdominal surgeries, the knee surgeries, and a bunch of other things, I can't pick Constitution. Constitution is my dump stat because I've just been so broken so many times. Yep, my Constitution is still probably 0.
I just rolled a bunch of nat ones.
You're supposed to re-roll once though for those stats. You're
I
supposed
didn't know that.
What? For D6s when you're rolling stats?
Yeah.
I've never used that rule.
You
If
get
I'm gonna have stats, I'm gonna have bad stats. I'm gonna make this my character.
All right. Well, you did for life too, didn't you?
Yep. And here we are.
Yeah. So speedrun. Does anybody have anything they'd like to promote? Before we get
Pat's
started?
got. Oh wait.
Yeah, Pat's is finally pressed record. It's in all of the podcast places. They also have a YouTube channel and a website. finallypressedrecord.podbean.com, which is neat.
Podbean.
Podbean.
Podbean, kind of cute. I like it.
Yeah.
Is Podbean like Wix? Is it like a website creator?
You've now asked too many questions.
I'm pretty sure it's one of those just podcast ones where you host your podcast there and they give you a website link. I had a similar one back in the day when I had a podcast. Can't remember what it was though.
Yeah, right.
Well, we're pro Pat's podcast here, given that they're wildly more successful than we are.
Yippee! Well, that's because they keep gloating about it, you know.
Yes, we have that one viewer in Germany, and we're like, "Ooh, 10 of my friends tuned in to watch us have shenanigans."
Yippee!
Hey, they're growing. We're growing. We get slightly consistently more every week. Speaking of, there's a few people watching now. Shall we jump in?
Yes, let's do
What
it.
the?
Yeah, I mean, hi.
And our numbers are dwindling. So what? Who's this? What the hell?
We keep losing members of our own team. Who are these other people that are joining us?
Hey, maybe when you grow up and become big and famous like us, you can join our squad. Because
Jamie's not even watching, so what's the point?
I don't know. I think I summoned him with my dice.
Cool. So,
I think.
what have we been up to?
So what was that, Morgan?
I think you just had a bit of an echo.
Yeah, there was a little bit of an echo, but we're moving.
I think she was
it.
checking the stream because it came up on
okay.
Obel's. My guess is she was just looking at the audio.
Okay, cool.
Are you asking us then what have we done in character?
Yeah, no, what have you guys been up to? Like, I know what's happened. Definitely don't have pages worth of notes. What do you think you guys did?
It's only a week ago. I remember what happened.
So Pipwick went off and just adjusted every little fucking thing in the temple that he could find just to slightly askew everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Like the chairs, the pots, the pans, the books. He also went in and found some sort of stone that could physically not be dirtied because of magic.
It was the nameplate. It was the name plaque.
I did not have a name plaque in my notes, but I remembered it being something.
Magical item, yeah.
Leo used Fey Fire to cause Dwyrew and Luna to go into just to go nuts. Luna caught on, Dwyrew did not. Dwyrew, God, it's been mispronounced so many times now, I'm mispronouncing it. I can't get my own damn character's name anymore. It's like a 50-50 on whether I pronounce it correctly.
And what is it correctly?
Dwyrew.
Yeah, Dwyrew.
Dwyrew. Man, I'm drinking water and I'm more drunk than my character right now. This is fucking ridiculous.
I thought that wasn't water.
No, it's water. Dwyrew is drinking strong beer. I drink strong water with ice in
Mhm.
it.
That's why it's in a opaque cup, huh?
It's in there because then the ice lasts longer.
Yeah.
Also, it's the second biggest cup I own.
Alright, what's happening next?
Uh, where the fuck was I? Oh yeah, Luna found out, and then Leo ran for his life, and Luna chased him, and then Leo ran into disguised himself, ran into some dwarf, tried to find more out about the town. Any of that? Probably not. We all went back to the circus. Pip did basic magic tricks to try and get some money. Leo was hiding from Luna, and then made his way to a tavern. Luna made herself a rock cocoon after Dwyrew wrapped a blanket around her. Leo lit he and
cocoon.
Dwyrew on fire, and then they made their way to the tavern. Where I failed Constitution saving throws and am now exceedingly drunk with the poison condition.
Oh yeah.
And then Pip and Luna met up and decided Luna is, in fact, yes, going to steal this idol that was taken 2 sessions ago back from her mother, which is currently, we believe, in Cubit. But they realized the only one stupid enough to put a limb inside of Cubic is Dwyrew, so guess
His
who
name
they're
is
just
cubit, not cubic. He's not a unit of measurement. He's
I
a
did say
cube.
cubit. I'm sure I put a T in there this time.
You said cubic. Also, just
Cubit.
one important thing. Pipwick helped me get my revenge on.
Oh, I was about to
Leonardo
get there. That
for
yeah, you
being
got
mean to
there,
me.
and you got the fake crossbow, and then you came in and you shot him while the
Oh,
unseen
yeah.
servant punched him in the stomach, and then he was
Punched him in
really
the
confused why
stomach.
there was blood coming out of his chest, but his stomach was in great pain.
It was extremely rewarding.
Mm.
And we left as we all left the tavern, with Leo trundling along because he didn't want to be left alone.
What are you talking about? I was invited to come along. Where are we going?
That never happened. No one wants you here.
Are you drunk too? I thought you passed your Constitution saving throw.
I did pass my but I feel like, you know,
But
there's
you
still a
felt
bit
like you should be drunk too.
still a bit of a buzz. I just don't have the poisoned condition.
Get good, scrub. Are you even trying?
Well,
So where are we right now? Are we back at the circus? Because I know we were going to the stables.
I think we've just left the tavern.
Yeah, you had
Yeah.
literally just walked out of the tavern to head towards the
I've just
Yeah,
finished
towards
hugging
the
my
circus.
friend, who
yeah,
was the pot plants.
who was the pot plant, who
That's
smelled kind of
right.
like pee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you. And so I want to talk to Pipwick and be like, what's your plan? Because he was like, I know what to do. And I want to know what we're doing.
No worry, I know exactly what we're doing.
So, as everybody can see, too, Pipwick is not here, so I'm gonna give it a right hot crack.
Yippee!
Don't worry,
Mm.
just follow me. And then Dwyrew fucking legs it up the road in the opposite direction.
No,
Opposite
go,
direction of the
go.
circus.
Come back, come back. We need you. Come back here.
You gotta get to the circus.
Yeah, you're going the
Circus.
wrong way. This is the
Good.
way. This is the way.
This way?
Come here. Come back.
No, wait.
Come back. Come and hold my hands. I need help.
Okay, and I'm just gonna like grab your hand and start sprinting in the direction that you pointed.
No sprinting, no running. Let's slow down. Let's slow down
Make
for a
a
second.
Strength
slow
check.
down.
Right to a wall.
Make a contested strength check to see which direction we're heading in.
That's just a regular check.
Yep, just a check, not a saving throw.
Oh, I got a 7.
13.
Oof.
Dwyrew, you have the power here. You are moving with pace. Luna, you're going the way that Dwyrew wants to go. You are not impeding him even a little bit.
Dwyrew, I dropped one of my rocks. Can we stop for a second? I want to find it. I just need 1 second, okay?
Oh, we need. It's too dark here.
It's okay. We're gonna find it. It's really shiny, and I'm gonna give everyone a chance to catch up, and then distract
Hang on,
Dwyrew.
we need to find it. We need a light. We need a light. We need a light. We need a light. And then Dwyrew's
It's
just
okay.
gonna boom,
Pipwick can have a
and
torch.
dancing lights will appear.
Ooh, okay. That's handy. Have you always been able to do that?
I totally didn't forget to put spell slots on my character this entire fucking time and did it before this session. So in-law we're going with, he's figured out his magic because he's fucking drunk.
This whole like you had no magic.
I had a fucking spell slot sitting empty.
Wait, what? Oh, it's what? Oh, it's because you're level 2 and you have multiclass, right?
Multi-class into bard, so I've had spell slots.
You truly are Dwyrew.
No, but it also isn't it wasn't our conversation about like magic?
Yeah,
In the
I'd
drunk
clued
like,
in
conversation
at
in the
that point,
tavern.
and so I was like, okay, I need some sort of canological reason that he's suddenly figured out magic.
Hell yeah.
And you were not
Love
helpful,
that.
so I went with the alcohol. Yes, Dwyrew has cast dancing lights and is now looking around. Is this a? Is it? Oh, there's a rock of it. Is this a rock of it? Is this a rock? Is this a rock? This a... I found it! And I pull up a turf of grass and hand it to you. Here you go.
Thank you so much. Can you show me how you did that? Made the lights really pretty? That's really cool, Dwyrew.
I want to know how to make lights. Can you show me?
You just made them. You literally just made that right now.
What?
Pipwick, do you have a potion to help Dwyrew right now? He's really drunk. We need to deal with this.
I think that we
Nothing can help him.
did not have no, we had some antitoxins that were already used. Yep, nope.
Yep.
Ain't got shit.
So
Alright, come on.
you have
We
caused
gotta
this
go get
problem.
a cubit
Again.
out of an idol. Let's go!
Yeah,
And I
no.
grab your hands and start heading back in the direction you pointed before.
Let's go
She's just having a good
slowly.
time.
We could always see Katie if it's an issue.
Oh yeah. The cleric of
Let's
of,
do that. Let's see Katie because this is going to be a hindrance, very likely.
Okay, so if I had another late night running, she was gonna hit me on the head herself. Or was that a
if you
late
don't-
morning running? Or was
if
that
you
because
don't
I
see
ran
Katie-
into a sword?
We'll
Mm,
figure it out later. If you don't
What do we
see Katie,
figure
I'm
out?
going to hit you as well.
Mm.
Okay, let's go see Katie.
yes.
Okay.
And I start leading you by the hand.
Cool. You start making your way back towards the circus, and where you had raced away to try and find Dwyrew, you
Jesus Christ.
you ended up in parts that were a little bit less crowded, less dense. But as you make your way back past the tavern towards the circus, the density, the amount of people around starts to pick up, and the crowds themselves are starting to swell as it's getting towards like the beginning of like the show time. The big tops on now. The performances are starting. There'll be quite a few like interim little shows that are going on before your mom's big performance, which ends at midnight.
Damn,
So
that's late.
things are starting to like pick up and move about and make quite a cacophony of noise around you as you move through the circus. You start making your way through and you watch as Pipwick starts like dropping different rats into the crowd as you're going. Just like scope out the scenario, check the space around, see if you can get a gauge of what the vibe is, who's accidentally losing money, what he can pick up, and where Cubit might be at this moment.
Guys, I think there might be something going on here. There's a lot of people.
Yes, Dwyrew, the show is on.
Dwyrew, do you not
Is it
understand?
sure we should go and watch it?
This is our own circus. You have been part of it for many years now.
I'm in a circus?
Don't worry, driver.
We need to go talk to Katie.
Yeah, let's go find Katie and get you a little bit of help.
Okay, who's Katie again?
Don't worry about it. You'll remember soon.
Oh, I love remembering. It makes my brain feel all like warm and fuzzy.
Yeah, cool. So
Yeah.
you make your way towards the medical tent.
Just
Which
before we
is-
get there,
yeah.
Dwyrew's gonna suddenly remember that we're trying to find Cubit and grab both of you and just start leading to the stables going,
No, no, no,
we
no,
gotta
no,
go get the,
no,
we gotta get the stone
no,
idol.
no, 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 not yet. Just a minute. We've got to do this first. It's going to take just 10 seconds. We've got to do this first. This is really important. Okay?
10. Okay, let's go.
Okay, great. And then we go to Katie's tent.
Run, Katie, Ted. Quick.
Yeah, so you dip into Katie's tent and you see a couple of people there that are like nursing like minor injuries and boo-boos and like a lost child, because this is like first aid and like, you know, lost property, and that's kind of the role that she fills for patrons. She takes one look at you and then one look at Dwyrew and goes, restoring him is not worth the cost. Do not bring him
No,
here.
he
I'm
got
not
shot with a
interested in.
crossbow. He needs
He's
your help.
not.
Ignore that, please. We actually really need your help. Please. He is completely unmanageable right now. He needs to get to work, and he can't. He's got no idea what's going on. I'm sorry, Katie. I wouldn't bring it to you if it wasn't important.
I am fairly certain that he is not on shift tonight, because I would have already seen him. His shift would have started an hour ago. What are you bringing to me, Luna?
Okay, it's a really long story, and I don't want to waste your time.
We were just drinking
Oh,
at the
I
pub.
didn't waste it for you.
No, Dwyrew, just be quiet, okay? Look, Katie, me and my mum just had a disagreement, and she took something from me and she put it in Cubit, and
Don't touch Cubit. I had the same discussion earlier. Don't touch Cubit.
I'm
Just
not going
leave
to touch
it.
Cubit. I'm not going to touch Cubit, but I really want to get back my stuff because it's really unfair. And Dwyrew is not going to touch Cubit. No one's going to touch Cubit, but I need his help. So can you please
I'm not
restore
gonna
him?
touch Cubit?
Pretty, please. No, you're not
Darling
going to touch Cubit.
Katie,
This
we're not gonna go into Cubit. We're going to go to his, his stash, his collection that he has after a
I
night.
thought I was
We're not
gonna
going to
touch the
be
cubit.
touching any of the cube itself. We shall be perfectly safe.
I want to try
However,
knife juggling.
in his condition, he is in no place to be knife juggling, as you
bring him
can see.
back when he's done with the knife juggling, and then when he's actually injured and not just drunk.
Let's go find some knives, guys. And I'm out of the
I-
tent.
Can I just clock him in the jaw?
I'm gone.
You're welcome to try.
Like, as soon as she says, if he's not like actually hurt, I'm just gonna go.
Make an attack roll for me, please. It is an
Hell
unarmed
yeah.
strike.
Yeah. Which is not gonna be great, but oh, actually, why is that really bad? All right, okay. This is almost just a straight roll. This is a +1.
You can do it.
13.
Does the 13?
Yes.
Let's go.
I said I was running away, though.
Okay. Also, because I have a -1 to my strength, my unarmed strike deals 0 damage.
So you manage to catch him as he goes past, but it's kind of a glancing blow and doesn't actually do anything. As Dwyrew, you're out of the tent! Where are you going?
Looking for knives to juggle.
Well,
I've got one right here. I've got a knife to you right here. And I hold out my dagger.
I'm out of the tent. I'm done.
you do know that there is people that do knife juggling as an act. So they're kind of like in the main thoroughfare, coming in and out. You could go and borrow their knives. You could go and get your own knives. They're not cool as like the juggling knives that you could get, which are like giant machete things, which are always so exciting. But like, there's a bunch of knives around. You know, there's like a storage shed where you can go and get equipment. There's the guy who has all of the weaponry and stuff, and not just weaponry, but all of the cool stuff that they have here.
Dwyrew
Before he can
100%
get-
has intention of that, and by the time he's about 20 meters from the tent, he's stopped and looking around, and he's, unbeknownst to him, course dancing lights again, and he's just spinning in circles, trying to point at them.
Before he can get any further, I am going to hurt him. I'm going to throw a dagger at him. I'm so sorry, Derek.
Guys, why do we always do PvP?
Because we have no PvE.
You have plenty of enemies to pick from. Just go and pick one.
He's not cooperating. This is for the betterment of the group, so we can hit our goals together.
As you go to throw, Pipwick is gonna like gently touch your side, Luna and be like, it's probably easier to get him to repeatedly put his hand in Cubit if he's this wasted.
But he won't listen to us. Look
We
at how
did-
difficult he is.
Our first issue at the moment is actually getting him to Cubit, I believe.
Yeah.
Dwyer's just been trying to get to Cubit. You're the ones who want to go to the med bay.
Where are you? You're currently going to find some jugglers from.
No, I'm
dagger
spinning in
jugglers.
circles watching the pretty lights. I'm like
Okay.
20
Yeah, you
meters
are.
away
You're
from
also
you.
like
I say
a
to
couple meters
I say
away.
to Pipwig, have you got a pretty rock?
And he pulls a shiny piece of like a greeny colored rock out of his pocket.
I say extremely exaggeratedly loud. I'm like, oh my god, Pipwig, that rock is so pretty. Can I look at that, please? Like extremely loud. I'm almost shouting.
Was that a question of do you hear it or?
Yeah, do I hear it?
Make a. What is your passive perception?
11.
11. Yes, this
Like,
is
I'm-
that obvious that yeah. And Pipwig is being. He returns and goes, yes, it's a great rock. So pretty.
It is so pretty.
It's
Where
turn
did
around,
you
I
get
call it.
it?
And I just stare for 3 or 4 seconds before I'm like, oh my god, you're a rock idol! Which way?
And I
And then
grab
I
an
just
arm
sprint in the
and I
direction
tell
of the stables.
Leandro, no. I grab his arm and I'm like, Leandro, you have to grab him as well. Like the second he stops, I'm on him.
I actually think Leonardo's like, I think that this is our best bet, and I'm gonna run with him.
Cool. So you are running towards the stables, and Lunar is like attached to your arm, dragged behind you. But Leonardo's running with you, and off you go to the stables. Pipwig is like just casually walking behind you, just coming, just slowly.
I have so many
and-
regrets.
Cool.
It-
So you burst through the side of this pop-up tent, and you see a number of horses that are being prepped for some of the acrobatic events and the show pieces that will be happening later. They're all done up in their costumes. They've got these bouffant headdresses and feathers coming out everywhere. One of the horses has been painted to be blue, just as like a real standout piece, because he's a water horse and he plays the role of like the ocean coming into a scene.
I thought it was gonna be a classic, like it's black and white. Could be like, it's a zebra.
No, these are the show horses. The zebra is out in a different thing with the
Different stable.
elephant and the lion
Right. Yep. Yeah.
and the miniaturized giant hamster.
I love it. Oh my god. Miniaturized giant hamster. He surely was my pet at one point, tell me.
Yeah, the hamster was. The normal size hamster was indeed at one point your pet before being advertised as a miniaturized giant space hamster.
My favorite. I love him. His name's Bogey.
Okay, Bogey the giant space hamster.
This is where Cubit is, right?
This is where Cubit was and is normally kept with all of the horses here in
Cool.
this section. But as you cast your eyes around, Cubit's not in his stall.
No.
He's
I know,
probably
put my
like
arm out,
out
stop everyone,
working.
and be like, everyone quiet. We gotta be really careful not to arouse the horses, otherwise their heads are gonna get taller. And they don't have enough headroom.
I think they do have enough headroom. This is the stable.
No, not if they get aroused, because then, they grow and then their heads are like really far
Dwyrew,
above.
I believe you're thinking about the giraffe. They are completely different animals.
It's called an erection, but we don't talk about it.
No.
Wow.
No, that's not how
It's
this works.
just
Nope,
sneaking
there's
through
nothing
so we don't arouse the horses, okay? And
I'm just
get
gonna
down into a
step
crouch
away.
position and start slowly stepping towards where Cubit's cell normally is.
Yeah, I'm gonna step away. I'm gonna start looking for my stuff.
I want to. Yeah. Okay. Well, I would like to be checking. I want to see this. I assume Cubit would leave like a trail.
A light slime trail?
Mm.
Sure.
Yeah.
You can make a survival check to see if you can follow Cubit's slime trail.
Could I
I'm
make
gonna
an
do
investigation check instead?
I did a
Yes.
dirty 20 investigation for my idol and like his area and looking through for anything useful.
Cool. So you go through his normal stall, like you go through his stall, and you see that there's a bunch of like the base of the stall where like normally for horses and stuff they put down like a bunch of straw and all that stuff is just the usual level of like mud, like what most of the thoroughfares or the high walkway areas end up being. There's not really any grass or any living material left in every part of this stall. So it's very easy for you to like make your way through, and you find a couple of like copper coins that people have dropped, and he's collected, along with what looks like a unicorn skull or something. And then you like take a closer look at it, and it's a carved version of a unicorn skull that he seems to have collected in a pile of stuff. It's like a carving out of stone. It's just a morbid thing for a little gelatinous cube to be having. Along with general refuse of like chicken bones, other bones. You're familiar enough with like rat bones and pigeon bones and other things he seems to have picked up throughout
Did
the
this
day.
did 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 Cubit kill a unicorn?
Maybe?
It's is it so it's very obviously a like a skull with an extra protrusion on it,
Yeah, it's like a horse skull with an extra protrusion on it.
but made out of stone.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's like
right.
somebody's carved it as like a cool item, and probably it was attached to a whole unicorn like statue thing, but Cupid's only got the head.
Right. Okay. That's weird. That's weird. I yeah. All right. I think that
Um,
Leonardo in his drunken state is like, was there a unicorn head that went along with this?
do you mean
Did
body?
Cubit eat a unicorn?
Let's
Hmm.
move on.
Because also I got a terrible investigation. I got 9.
You got 9. So you can see that Cupid has clearly left the stall and
Okay.
probably followed the main path, given that the grass is not burnt either side of the main path.
I believe that Cubit is not here.
Good work. Good observation. Pickwick, have your rats told you anything?
Um, excuse me. Sorry.
Oh, good.
The Pickwick does kind of like shuffle over to you guys. Yes. The rats have informed me that your mother is keeping Cupid in her dressing room.
What? Would I have a key to my mom's dressing room because we have such a
There-
close relationship?
There are no keys in the circus except to people's trailers. Her dressing room is attached to the big top.
So it would actually be really busy in there.
Yep. Super, like lots of people around, lots of people moving around, lots of people moving in and out of her dressing room constantly, trying to get stuff sorted. That's where her office is, as she's running most of the shows in the lead up to her show.
What
which ends
time?
at midnight.
Oh, yeah. What time is it now? In game.
It'd be about 8 o'clock, I think.
Okay.
You guys went to the tavern, had some drinks, some other
Yeah.
shenanigans, ran into Katie. Yeah.
Perhaps we
gonna
could
be-
just wait.
She's gonna
Your
be in
mother
there
has.
for hours.
Mm,
We could do it when she's doing her final performance.
yes.
That could
That
be
could
the
be
peak
one way.
time.
Oh my god,
And
guys,
then maybe Dwyrew
guys.
won't be so drunk anymore.
guys. I think Cubit's gone.
Yes. Thank you, Dwyrew.
You might be right about that, Dwyrew, but keep looking, okay? Don't go anywhere, but keep looking.
But he was here.
Yes, he was here.
I'm gonna
Um,
talk to these horses, see if they know anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch Dwyrew do this.
Right? Just walks up to like the horses one time. Is like, "Do you see anything?
No, actually, sorry. I
Don't lie
have
to me. I'm gonna know if you lie to me. You better tell me if you saw something."
I wouldn't do
That's
that.
pretty
I
conclusive. All right.
sorry. I think that I would then I think I'd start heading to yeah Luna's mum's dressing room with Luna. I would assume, so then we could scope it out beforehand.
Yeah, I agree. Let's
Cool.
let's have a look.
Because Leonardo doesn't yet know that about Dwyrew's magic. Does he? Oh no, because he would have seen him with the dancing lights.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Could have thought they were Lunas.
Twice. You
Mm.
definitely would have seen it.
Cool. So you make your way. It's not very far from this like stable setup to the big top, as this is where most of the like horses in the dressage kind of event are in and out of. So yeah, you can dip into the back of the big top tent pretty easily. Your mother's let's find that. Your mother's dressing room is kind of off to the right hand side of this kind of back section of the big top, where all of the like individual like holding areas for animals and stuff like that is on one side, and a bunch of other smaller dressing rooms and storage spaces on the left. All around the outside of the back of the space, there's like racks and racks of stuff, and people are moving in and out trying to get stuff set up, get changed, get animals in and out of different places. There's rigging guys, there's lighting guys. Everybody's moving around, and by lighting guys, I mean just one guy who has a candle and a big mirror.
He just like focuses light really
Yeah.
really well.
one guy who only has the light cantrip, and he's just like putting it in on different mirrors to like bend them in and around different space. Yeah. Just sits
I
in
check, I love it.
the big top doing that. Yeah. And there's a couple of people like in different pockets all around the big top getting about to get ready, who do the different kind of like effects that come with all the different performances, whether it's like the thaumaturgy as they like rumble through the big top and set off like wind and wave feelings and like mist and just like set the vibes for all of the stories that your mom decides to show across the big top.
Dwyrew was so distracted just looking at all of them do the magic, like, oh.
I turn to Pipwick and Leonardo and say, what if we have something here that like we can use to get inside of Cubit that can protect us, like some sort of costume or something, armor made out of something that Cubit can't affect?
I don't know that there is enough of a seal between us and the it would be the us and the outside world. Like it would have to be some sort of like, what's the medieval equivalent of a scuba suit? Well, that's
Suit of armor?
Yeah.
suit of armor is notorious
have
for not being
gaps.
able to.
I'm sure there's a spell that can contain you in a ball.
Isn't it like a 5 foot ball, a 5 foot sphere that's like larger? Well, would kind of eviscerate Cubit.
I mean, we don't really want to
Murder
hurt
him.
Cubit. Driver don't. We don't want to hurt Cubit. Okay?
I think that was
That
Morgat that
wasn't
said that.
Dwyrew, that was me.
Um, I don't. I do not have any spells. I was not prepared at all for this evening's activities. Actually,
What's this evening's activities? Dwyrew's suddenly in the present again.
Don't worry about it right now, Dwyrew. But I was wondering, what was it like when you put your hand in Cubit? Happened.
But
Oh. Yeah, so you have to be fast. If you leave it in there, the like skin starts to melt off, and then Kate gets really pissed off. When you come in and you can like see where the bones are and stuff. She doesn't like it. So you gotta be quick. That's the key.
How quick we talking?
did you lose an entire hand doing this?
Only twice.
Only twice.
perhaps this is not a great idea. Maybe
No,
could we
I do this all the time. That fucker steals my leftovers.
could we perhaps use a stick to push out the idol out of Cubic?
Yeah, try that.
Like
Dwyrew,
think.
have you ever used something to push something out the other side of him?
No, normally what I do is I take a rope and I tie it around one of the poles in the stable, and I tie that on my hand, and I jump in to get my burrito out, and I use my other hand to pull myself back out. So all we need to do is find something to tie my rope on.
This is a
Maybe
bad
we
plan.
could just get like a thick metal pole or something, just push it through him, and then it's eating away the pole, but the pole's thick enough that we can push my idol out.
Or perhaps a spoon or a ladle.
I don't
It
think
just
you want to
needs to
use a
be- it
spoon
needs
to
to
eat
last.
cubit. That would take too long.
Well,
It needs to
are
be
there?
thicker.
So
What about
we
one of
all
the
we all
horses?
we all help with
That's thicker.
setting up the circus itself. Do we know of any extra like tent poles?
Yeah, there'd be plenty of stuff in the storage section particularly around the big top for extra poles, extra like equipment, things that are setting up. Pretty much anything that you need that's not a level of contraband that would be held by your logistics manager.
Would that be fall under Gregor? The
Yes, that's what that says, Gregor.
Who's great?
I was
circus
looking.
supply man.
Yeah,
Also
I was
a
looking at the name and being like, I can't read my own handwriting. What did I
That's
call him?
explosives guy,
It
right?
starts with G.
Also has a Texan accent. He's a Texan half orc or Texan orc. No, Texan half orc.
He was
How have I
incredibly
forgotten
well
Gregor?
dressed, always.
What was it?
Why do I not remember him? Have we actually interacted with him?
Luna,
Yeah,
Helios has.
Okay.
Wasn't it? It was the end of one of our episodes.
Yeah, when you guys were
Maybe-
collecting stuff and like trading stuff. He's the guy who
Okay, maybe-
keeps your father's additional equipment. Things that are
Okay.
Or
more exciting.
maybe you're just like so meta because might have been when we were at the next site in the future of the campaign.
Yes.
True, but you would still
But
all know
technically-
who Gregor was. But
Okay.
just things for the big top would be around in the available to people for fixing the big top if something goes wrong. Like this is where things happen. Gregor is not too far away. He's not too far away from the medic and the big top because this is where
Yeah.
most of the things are happening.
The admin tent.
Yeah. Admin tent.
Let's go to the storage tent. The boring storage tent. Not the exciting.
Why can't we go to a fun storage tent?
Most of the storage is attached to the big top. It's around the outside of the kind of the
Yeah.
dressing rooms and the stalls and everything else. So it's kind of in this giant space. It's divvied up with a couple of your mum's dressing room attached to one side at the bottom, and then all of the standing room for the performers, and then along the other side you've got further dressing rooms, and all around the outside of this space is kind of storage area.
Well,
And you do have now people starting to rush by you they're starting to make the final preparations. The next performance is about to start. Everybody's getting ready.
well, perhaps we should a couple of things. Maybe we have a look at your mother's dressing room first of all and see what the layout is like. I've never been. I don't know what we should expect there. But also maybe should we even talk to Gregor about getting supplies, or do we just try to acquire it our own way?
We can
What
just
would
go and
our
have
own
a
way
look.
be?
And take what we need. I don't think it's a big deal. And if we need to, I can talk to Gregor. It'll be fine. And like for my mum's dressing room, I've been a million times. It'll be fine. We'll be in and out, and we can do it when she's performing. And so hopefully there won't be anyone there except for Cubit.
Okay.
I don't want her to catch on that we're going to make an attempt, so I think it's better that we don't go and look at it now.
Okay.
Cool. And can I get everybody's passive perception, please?
11.
11, 13,
11,
Well-
sorry,
12.
14.
14. Yeah. So, Luna, you do realize that your mum will be walking through this space very shortly. If you're all kind of like lurking in the back of the big top, and that you think you catch whiff of her perfume that she might be around here soon.
Oh, let's go. Come on. Faster, faster, faster. Let's go to the storage room right now.
Where we gotta go?
So the
Well-
there is not a storage room. It is one giant big room with little bits of it sectioned off for the dressing rooms, and all of the storage is all around you if you're in the back of the big top.
Oh, okay. Can I hide?
Sure, make a stealth check for me, please.
I mean, we're allowed to be here. I'm going to just wander around, and I'm not necessarily involved in any of this drama. I'm not. I don't need to hide.
I got an 11, but she wouldn't be expecting me here. So I'm going to take it. I think I can't go back now.
She swings past you, Leonardo and Dwyrew.
Hello, my dear.
Darlings, how are we all this evening?
I'm doing
Good, boss man.
Dwyrew,
Very
hi.
good.
Hi.
Have you partaken in something this evening, Dwyrew?
What do you mean?
Leonardo, what on earth
Uh,
has our friend taken here?
We were rallying some new audience members at the tavern, and I think that we've done a very good job.
Excellent.
Look at the look. Have you seen the crowd that has come in this evening? It's excellent.
Certainly large for the small town that we happen to be based in.
Mm.
I am somewhat concerned with seeing the two of you here. You would not be helping a certain daughter of mine undertake a different task, would you?
I haven't actually seen
No,
Helios.
I
this
haven't
entire
seen
evening.
Helios since.
Is she
When
here
did I
in
see Helios?
what was this place called? Hazelwood. I haven't even seen her while we're in
You
Hazelwood.
changed it to Marblewood.
Oh, Marblewood. Yeah. Okay.
I suspect you're aware that that's not the daughter I was referring to.
Oh,
What-
Oh, Luna. No, I've been helping her. I wrapped her up in a blanket and I made a rock cocoon for her, and we did a temple. Is it called a temple, Leo? When you put all the rocks together?
You did a temple? What are you talking about, you silly man? No, we did not do a temple. We went on a temple tour and we spoke to him because I don't know. I think that Peepweek wanted to do something, but it's not. I'm not that interested. But
Oh, that's right.
you-
Luna
you're not
wants to
excited by
cave your
that?
head in.
That's it.
Because you did the magic on her at the temple and you made her think the rocks were shining.
I didn't do any magic on
That's
her. I
right.
did it on some rocks.
I'm sorry, I
made
forgot that I was
magic.
supposed to help Luna get him. Do you want me to get him now, ma'am?
Nope, no, you don't need to.
I would like to highlight for the both of you and Pickwick, who I imagine is also hiding somewhere nearby.
Oh my god, where's Pipwick?
Yeah,
that
we lose him all of the time.
I have Cubit in my dressing room, and I have added some of our additional precautions for when we're in big cities.
Why do you have
even-
Cubit in your dressing room? Is there some big mess?
Oh my god, he
Yeah.
better not be taking my leftovers again. If you've spilt food, I want dibs. I called dibs.
Dwyrew, darling, if I give you a couple of extra silver pieces, would you want to spend the rest of your evening in that tavern?
Dwyrew's suddenly off in space, and you can tell he's just had a thought, and then the thought ricocheted to another thought, and another thought, and he's now 1,000 miles away. Yeah.
Basking around in his brain.
Time is ticking, Dwyrew.
Perhaps I
Time.
could answer
Oh my
this
god,
for
time
him
would
and-
make a great song. Yes, I'd love to write a song about time. I will do that for you tonight.
Yes, why don't I escort you out and you can head to your cabin this evening?
Have a cabin?
Trainer.
I'm getting a trailer. Oh my god. I'll go pack my tent up.
I think that he had like a like a proper camping tent, like a proper
Yeah, like just a
really
little cloth over a tree and a sleeping bag.
yeah.
Sure, I can figure that out. I'll talk to Gregor.
Um,
She's just like gesturing for you to like follow her out of the tent.
Perhaps
I
I
feel
could
like I
take-
should roll perception to see if I see that.
Sure.
Got minus how many? Yeah, that's a 6.
So poisoned, everything is with disadvantage.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me roll that again.
It wasn't great. It's not. It's only
6
gonna
and
get
8.
worse.
Cool. Well, yeah. Cool. So you don't notice that she's trying to dress you out, but
I understand that he's perhaps not at his best at the moment, but perhaps I can speak on his behalf and say that we could very easily take these coins off your hands and we can find our way back to the tavern.
and not continue to put Dwyrew at risk of putting his hand in Cupid.
Yes, he's spoken
You
about
can't
that
tell
before,
on me?
and I thought that we learned. Dwyrew, we learned about not putting our hand in the
We
cubit.
learned about getting it out quickly. I haven't had the flesh rot off that hand in over 2 weeks.
2 weeks
I am
is
aware.
too short of a time.
I'm also aware that Kate has already had to patch you guys up today. So let's not make any extra work for our incredibly overworked medic.
Ma'am, you have my absolute word that I will not bother Kate for more medical treatment tonight.
Oh, good. Very glad. So, return to the tavern for the both of you then?
Perfect, my dear.
Okay.
Right.
Where's the tavern, Leo?
4 silver pieces should carry you over for a while.
Ah, thank you, my dear. And why we will leave the? I guess it's leaving the big top.
Mm-hmm.
Does she follow us out?
She doesn't follow you out, but she does kind of like watch as you make your way to the exit before heading towards her dressing space. And you see that she seems to mumble something to the like curtain barrier that is set up before walking through to the other side.
While I'm hiding, do I hear it?
What she said? No.
Hmm. Okay.
Would one of Pipwick's rats have heard it? That's
Yes, but now
creative.
you have to find Pipwick, who's also hiding, and whose stealth is better than yours.
Apparently
I'm
rolled a
gonna-
nat 20. None of us know where he is.
um. Can I mean I'll shoot a message in both of their directions and just be like, perhaps we need to rethink our plan this evening. How about we regroup outside of the Luna's cabin or something like that.
You
I agree.
Tavern.
You get
I
an
thought she said
affirmative answer.
tavern. Oh.
What was that, Obel?
You get an affirmative from Pipwick.
Okay.
For yeah.
Of
you-
course, Dwyrew. She said cabin. We should just
Cabin.
head back there and then we'll continue our evening as planned.
Wait, do I need to go pack my tent up?
No. Are you leaving?
I don't think so.
We'll need you this evening.
Oh, good. What for?
I will instruct you when you are needed. Just
Good plan.
stay with me for now,
Good plan. Okay, I'll stay with you.
and then we'll meet up with everybody.
Cool. So you guys make your way back to Helios and Luna's caravan, and it doesn't take too long before Luna and Pipwick join you there.
Holy moly.
Did I think I saw that that she said the password before entering her quarters.
How
That's
far did she have to take this?
This is where Pipwick chimes in and says that she had just mentioned that they're the additional security measures she puts on when they're in big cities. And you were somewhat aware of that there is like a riddle or a password that is attached over different parts of the curtains in different spaces. And if you get it wrong, those curtains will suffocate you. Or do their best to.
Delightful.
Okay.
Sounds fun.
But we would know the riddles that are used and the answers to them, right?
Sometimes, if your mother had constructed a space or a riddle specifically to stop you, though, you're unlikely to know that one.
Hmm.
But someone else might, especially someone going in to her dressing room or who, like Gregor, needs to know these kinds of things, I would guess.
Possibly.
Okay. I don't know about this one, but okay.
My father might know.
Your father, who with Helios is away on some kind of business adventure.
Who would be like my mum's 2IC?
2IC. Your mother and Kate are fairly close, mostly because they work together a lot. But
Does her mom have an understudy of some kind?
yes, she does. I'm just trying to pick random name generator to give me a name.
Excellent question, Matt. By the way, I'm really impressed. That's exactly the route we need to be going. Kate is
And this
not very
understudy that I've had
manipulative.
history with before.
Oh, do you think you had history with it?
I honestly, yes. I think that yeah. I think that there's been a
I
Leonardo's
mean,
definitely
everyone
tried to
has
hit on
history
her.
with Luna. She's thrown rocks at everyone. That's got to be a positive history, right?
Yes. So Zilpha Adbella.
Zelfa.
Jesus.
Is your mother's understudy and close personal friend. She
Right.
choreographs most of the like backup dances to your mother's like main storylines.
So was that Zelfa Adfella?
Adbella.
Adbella. Okay. Fella, not it. Bella.
As in beautiful.
Abuela.
Not Abuela. No, she's not grandma. Don't do this.
Leonardo, don't you and Zelfa have some history?
Oh, we're gonna go down that route again.
Well, is it
Yes.
good history? Did you leave it on a good note? No.
Probably not.
Leo always leaves it in a good note. Haven't you heard him sing?
Do you think if you tried to rekindle that she would be open to that? Or it would take significant groveling
I
beyond
don't
what could be
know.
achieved in one night?
I definitely. I definitely think that like Leo was the heartbreaker. Um,
What about Pipwick? Are you friends with Zelfa Pipwick?
I believe she'll associate me too much with Leo.
I see. What about you, Dwyrew? Do you get on with Zelfa?
I along with everyone, but I haven't heard that name before.
Okay.
perhaps some new
What's
blood.
my
Is...
relationship with Zelfa like?
Well, how much time would you have spent doing the choreography with your mum and the performance work, you are usually closer with your mum than your father. So I imagine that you're very aware of her, and whether or not she would have a positive interaction with you, or also still see you as a child is.
I mean, I definitely think that like you've probably seen her, you know, in that last scene when like I think a couple of weeks ago where you were chatting with your mum, giving her the down low of our last uh adventures in Varken Bluff University. Um, like
Yeah, I
she would
think
probably been in the dressing room while you guys were having a chat or something like that.
I
Yeah.
think she would see some of the best parts as well as some of the worst parts of me. Like she would obviously see the rough parts, she would see me being childish, but she would see the parts of me that like I do love the circus and I do love performing and I do take that seriously. So I would have been involved to some extent, even if not a huge amount, in some of the choreography, and I would have taken that seriously to do a good job because I do care about it, and I'm not really interested in like the criminal side of the business. Like I care about the actual circus. So I think like it could be a mixed experience. I think like I would like to hope we could have at least a civil relationship, even if she isn't my biggest fan. Like I think we would work together well for what we have to work together with, and like probably goss a bit sometimes, but like that would be the bare minimum. Above that, not so sure. If she's my mum's bestie, I would like to think we could get on, but maybe she's mum's bestie, not mine kind of
Oh,
vibe.
I mean, we didn't say that she's necessarily besties with your mum. Just the understudy. You know, it's the classic understudy where they want to kill the mom or kill the person because anyway. I watch too many dramas.
Much less
Well,
Olga.
Oval said they're close personal friends, and so
Yeah.
I would think it's not a kill the understudy. Understudy wants to kill, you know,
Yeah.
She's
person
also
kind of vibe.
so she is your mom's understudy, but she also does most of the choreography. So if your mom puts together the storyline or the plot of whatever the story it is that they're telling in Big Talk, and kind of like some key ideas, she's the one who's like doing the dance choreo in the background, who's like trying to get like horses and stuff like that that are like can interact with the scene so that people can like do acrobatics on top and like backflip off and that kind of thing, like the more
Yeah.
detailed parts of like the show.
Makes the story a performance type
Yeah.
of vibe.
I think I would know her well enough, at least, to know if she could be like bought in this scenario, like, and where I could apply some leverage. Like, is there anything that I would know
Well,
that
why don't
like,
you roll insight then for me?
okay, come on, give me it. Oh, that was average. That was a 10.
10? It's actually very average. Um, so she is still your mom's best friend, and she does it more often than not see you as a child rather than as an independent adult. But she will frequently be the person to like sneak you extra sweets and like try and like be a little bit more like, oh, now your mom's being a bit harsh. It's fine. Here, have this thing. Kind of give you a bit more treats and like. Although you are aware that she's a very strict teacher. Like when it comes to the dance and the choreography, that's where she's like in line. This is work. We're taking this part of this seriously. But outside of that, she's really just kind of like hippy dippy and just a real vibe. It's almost a contrast between her and your mom's relationship and your mom and your father's relationship, where your mom was this like highfalutin high elf lady, and she has her best friend is this weirdo hippie, and her husband ends up being this like criminal mastermind. It's a real vibe.
I love it. Okay.
So
Well,
her
maybe.
friend followed her you. Um, Zeph followed your mom into this life because she's just kind of go with the flow mostly.
feel like we
Okay,
can work
given
with it.
that information, I probably wouldn't say that Leo has a romantic history with her.
Yeah.
I think that. Mm, I don't know. I don't. No, I don't think so.
That said, I'd wager Dwyrew has had interactions because when on shift, he's normally just out with his lute, walking and singing, and he would 100% just sort of play while she's there choreographing. So I imagine there would have been a little bit of crossover.
Was it
I
a
feel
positive
more
interaction or bad
confident.
or negative interaction?
I mean, Dwyer's not that socially aware, but I feel like he wouldn't stay and play if it was obvious that he was impeding on work.
I feel more confident to approach her actually, like
100%, but I'm just
see
saying I
what's
feel like I might
happening.
have an inkling of positive effect on that, as opposed to just no interaction.
If you think you can help, well, while you're poisoned, absolutely not.
Oh, right, in this set, maybe less so. But
Yeah.
outside of the character as a player, I'm just saying.
Thank you. No, thank you. Okay. So maybe I can get the passcode from Zelfa, if I play my cards right. But do you think you guys could do some more investigation, um, and find out more about the like wards that Mum has put up on her dressing room? Like maybe you can convince someone that you have to take something to her or something, and you forgot like what extra wards we put up or something like that, and like get some more information, and then I'll try Selfa.
I can
Well,
definitely do the
actually,
forgetting part of that.
perhaps we have a package to deliver into the dressing room, and we cannot open the curtains ourselves. Need someone else to either hold it open, perhaps.
That is one option, but also it can't be you guys because you're meant to be at the tavern, and if she realizes that you're not at the tavern, we're busted, and she's gonna be falling onto us and put more security like stuff in
Indeed.
place. So people can try that if I can't get it out of Zelfa. Sorry, Zelfa. I went into Alphaba and Zelfa together there, and we'll go from
Level
there.
Weller, yeah.
Okay. Any other ideas? Anything else that we should do?
Are there any other ways in? Does it have to be the curtain?
The good point. It is still a tent, is it not? Could we not go underneath the walls?
With like a shovel.
How industrial are like the pegging of this tent? I
You
would want
guys
to
are
go
the
investigate
security,
the
like,
side of the
help me.
wall.
I'll go have a look.
Like,
No,
is it, so is it-
driving. You are
Is-
too drunk, and you're meant to be at the tavern.
Oh.
But
sorry.
you guys are the security. You would know, right? So,
Would I be aware of that?
well, like, people would try it if it was obviously possible, right? So you would know if it was an ongoing, like, option and possibility.
issue?
There are some slight impingements on most of the pegged tents in the circus that give you a bit of a zap if you try and pull them out in any way, shape, or form. As far as you're aware, that's most of what the like security is on most of the tents. Although your dad has certainly more options for those tents which are more secure, and you do know that he and Gregor usually lay down a little bit of extra work in places that they are interested in making more secure.
Quick
I
little.
don't know about ripping the like pent tags out, but if it's not tight, maybe you could get under the cloth.
Did
But
you
don't
just
touch
say
the pegs. They like
pent tags?
the pegs that like hold the thing in the ground.
No, I know what you're talking about.
That makes
Do
one
any
of
of
us.
you have a good relationship with Gregor?
I bring him drinks sometimes.
I work with him with setup, but I don't think that he appreciates the hard work that I put in.
I haven't seen you put in
maybe
hard work.
that may be one of the reasons.
Tipwick, what about you? Do you have a good relationship with Gregor? I could imagine you guys getting on.
He issues me with a job, and I do the job, and then I return having done the job. particularly complicated relationship.
Okay. Do you think if you could have a conversation with him that maybe you could get him to tell you if he put any extra precautions around my mum's dressing room today?
I think that it's possibly just a bad idea to try to get through those precautions either way. If we still need to get if we still need to get into Qubit,
So what are you suggesting?
uh, I think that the door is possibly the best option. But I don't have any dispelling magic. I'm not sure about you, Pipwick, but I don't know that we can necessarily dispel such aggressive warding.
Let me double check his spell list. Let me do this to me.
I think that
I don't
like
think he
I
does
should.
dispelling either.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, I think don't think dispel magic is a level 2 spell.
Hmm.
I think it's like 3rd or higher.
He does not. Check magic, speak with animals, Tasha's hideous laughter, unseen servant, and then Eldritch Blast, Firebolt, Infestation, Minor Illusion, Ray of Frost, and Thunderclap.
I just need everyone to know that this is possibly the worst, like, worst setup for a heist we could have done because I'm completely out of spell slots. Dwyrew is drunk as hell, and Luna is really trying to lock in right now, but is not gonna get very much here.
Okay. New idea. Pipwick, tell me if this is too crazy, because no one else is being very helpful. If I get myself a familiar, which I can do now, and I get like an owl, and we create a little contraption, we can get the owl to fly in to my mum's dressing room or like sit on someone's shoulder as they see the pass when they go through, and it's holding the contraption, and that is like a pole on a string or something that it can use to like dangle and push. I'm saying it out loud, and it's not sounding good. I'm grasping at straws. It's something that it can use to like push the idol out of Cubit. I don't know. I'm getting
So
desperate.
we have to convince somebody to walk in with an owl on their shoulder. That's
Yes,
step
and
one.
Perhaps
yes, and
maybe
they also have to have the. What if we just pay someone to do it for us?
oh.
Someone who already has
Like
that.
to go and grab it from Qubit?
Not to grab it, but to like maybe use a pole or whatever to get it out and then bring it back to us.
I don't. um,
I don't think of anyone other than me who'd agreed to do that.
Pipwick, were any of your rats able to get into that section of the tent?
Give me a second while I try. And see, you see as a rat like scampers down his arm and
How?
starts heading off.
Would the tent, the like, the thingy that's gonna strangle me if I try to go in, would it strangle a rat? Because what if the rat climbed up the top and just like chewed through it so it fell down and then it couldn't strangle me?
It is still a
That's
magic
smart.
curtain. I don't think that it will actually mind it being chewed on actually because it's magic.
Hmm.
Do we know, is Cubit scared of anything? Like, I can have a familiar of a bunch of different animals, and if it can scare Cubit, Cubit leave the room, then we could do something, right? Like, then
You're,
we solve this problem.
I think that you're assuming that Qubit has emotions.
Cubit
I
You're
is
don't.
right.
a gelatinous cube.
Yes, he's not scared of anything because he does not think.
Well, he wants stuff, right? What if we enticed him out of the room?
He likes burritos. Always see him gunning for them when they're on the floor.
So what if we let a trail of like burritos. Like threw one in, and then the trail came
Okay.
out of the room.
What if, last resort, we just throw Dwyrew into the curtain? It's only going to strangle him, to suffocate him. You could just pop through.
It sounds
It
like a good
might
plan.
work.
So obviously we'll get someone to help him get out or not to die.
I'm-
But
Also, just saying because it's in front of me. Luna, you have fog clouds, so no one can see anything.
That's true. I do have that.
It's about this time that the rat Damon returns and whispers, squeaks into Pipwick's ear. It seems that the riddle changes.
Okay, Kyrie's
But if
idea is
I'm
more
getting
and more
strangled by
appealing.
her, we don't need a riddle.
We don't know
Not wrong.
if that's gonna work.
what do you mean it changes? Like, okay, wait. So um so your rat went in and then did it try to go underneath the
No, just listen outside.
could it perhaps like slot in a corner or like perhaps underneath a separate wall? I mean, I guess we've established that the going underneath is bad.
We can try and send them over or under, I guess.
Can we, if we cut a small hole in a inconspicuous area, we can feed a rat through. And then once we're okay,
Then what?
then we're inside.
No, we're
Rather
not
than being-
inside. The rat's inside.
Luna, can you become a rat?
I do have a disguise kit. I could become someone else. I could try and disguise myself as someone else, but not probably a rat, most likely.
Okay. Okay. Back to the drawing board. And the DM is telling us that the quote changes. Did this rat tell you when it changes? Is it just a regular interval or is it when someone leaves?
The three people that went past got different riddles each.
That's difficult.
Mm. Okay. Okay, so do I
And
just
Luna, why
run straight
you can
in?
turn into an animal though, can't you?
You
Who?
talking to Luna?
Yeah, Luna can turn into an animal, right? Level 2 druid.
No. How am I meant to do that?
Yeah, wild
I
shape.
can-
Your wild shape.
You can shapeshift into a beast that you have learned for this feature and stay in that form for 1 hour, or until you use wild shape again.
It's handy
Oh.
when Wombat looks at your own character sheet.
I have everyone's character sheets. I have 3 monitors. It's great.
Yeah.
What does my character sheet say?
I don't think I can see the private ones you've created. Would you like me to test it? I've never clicked on them because I
No.
just see roll for dopamine's character and assume I'm not supposed to.
I think they're all empty. I think it auto-generated a bunch of problems for me.
Not characters, problems. I like it.
They're all empty.
I'm trying to see if I can get wild shape, but it's not.
It's in your action section.
Wait, you saying I already have it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In actions under magic attack, bonus actions, wild shape.
He's not wrong.
What?
And yes, your
Oh my god.
character's Obel cannot be seen.
Okay.
Pointing out to stream, I was told I could check that. I'm not snooping on the DM without permission.
Okay. So I could maybe get in if we know the rats can get in, but I can't cast spells.
No, I think the only spell you can cast is Wild Shape, which then transfers you back.
Uh,
Hey, that means you're inside.
then we just need to figure out how I can get the idol out and carry it out because it will
I
be
have an
affected
idea.
by my shapes, limbs, whatever animal I choose.
What
Go on,
if
what should I do?
you pick an animal that's not expected to be in there, and you run in there, and then I go in and I go, hey, I'm security, and I'm going to get the animal out, and then someone opens it up and lets me in there.
But you're not working tonight and you don't have the password and they might not let you in. It might still be a good distraction.
Or, okay, perhaps we time this perfectly, and Dwyrew runs through the curtain straight into Cubit. He's protected by the curtain, which is trying to suffocate him.
I still need a
He
way
can't
out of
see. He can't see what he's getting, first of all. Second of all, the curtain is going to be eaten by acid. And yes, it will protect him for a short time. But then it'll be eaten by acid, and then Dwyrew will be eaten by acid. And that will cause a really big issue, and everyone will be on Qubit and in the room.
So
Do you think I could eat Cubit before Cubit eats me?
No.
No.
during your planning, you hear the like great crescendo that comes out of the big top as this earlier performance kind of comes to an end, and people start to leave and mill about.
When
Guys,
you
I
say
think there's a
great show, you mean
performance
like
on.
you mean it's coming to the part of like the end of the night of like
It's not midnight. There are just like a couple of shows that they put on at the big top over the course of the time period. And so this is like crescendo of the show that kind of ends at like 9:30. And there's like an 8:30 to 9:30 slot, and that has come to an end. And everybody's being let
Okay.
out, and there's more people kind of flooding the space.
okay. Tipwick, we need you to confirm if the rats can get in through the curtain. That's the number one priority.
Cool. So you watch as Bree and runs down his arm and sends her and the other ones.
Can you ask them as well if something
Matthew
bigger
McConaughey.
can get through? Like if they
Patrick Swayze is also one of them.
Ugh.
No. Can you ask them to like kind of go through on top of each other if they can? Like if they're a bit bigger, if they can get through.
What?
You want a
Because-
rat stack?
Yes,
I want a
rat
rat
stack.
stack. That sounds like an awesome burger.
Don't eat the rats.
Definitely no.
Sounds like a
rat
really
burger.
good song
Okay.
name.
Okay.
No, Rat Stack as a band.
Rat stack.
Good band name.
I'm a rat stack, baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So, unless you want to do something in the interim, you can wait for the return of the rats.
I want to talk to the group about what tools we have that I can take in with me that are practical that I could use to try and get something out of Cuba.
You need a rope to pull yourself out.
No, I'm not going in, Dwyrew. Okay, I'm gonna try and put something in to push something out, like a pipe or something.
I really do not have very much. I have some daggers.
What
but,
about my giant loot?
Are
Your
you
loot will be
willing to
destroyed.
sacrifice?
Oh, I carved this.
Yeah, probably don't.
Mm.
We want something really sturdy.
What about my other loot?
No, something sturdy.
I don't have anything to offer except perhaps alchemist fire. We can set Cupid on fire.
I think that would actually help.
No, I do not believe so. Are there more
We
pitons
could
and
try pulling something out of the bag of holding.
Yeah, let's try that.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
okay?
I have to roll a D100, right?
Yep.
Just when Israel
And
is
give
ready.
me a vibe.
The vibe is dirty items.
Dirty item.
Long,
Sturdy.
sturdy
Sturdy.
items.
Sturdy items. Okay, cool.
Yes. I got an 18.
Oh wow.
18, that's so low.
Not divine intervention low.
Not quite divine intervention though.
I've just been. I've just been rolling my dice, and
You generate something good.
no, I keep getting like 2 of them over 10, 2 of them under 10, which like makes sense in terms of like probability, but boo. Oh, this one technically, because one of them was a 10, the other one was a 2.
You end up with a pewter spork.
What is that?
It's half fork, half spoon, and it's made of pewter.
I feel like
Can
that's
I
not
try
long
and-
enough.
Yeah, I want to
Here,
try
let me
again.
try. And I just reach my hand in.
Cool.
Okay.
What vibe are you going? And roll me a D100.
I'm thinking of like those big shafts that like you use to hold the giant tents together. Just long, sturdy item.
I mean, we're not gonna have one of them in the bag, but we could probably look for
But
one.
that's what I'm thinking of.
One
Okay.
of
You
those is likely to be in the storage at the back of the tent.
Okay.
31.
31.
Can I keep my wits about me and walk into an area where I would probably know where some of these are?
Yeah, you would definitely know what these are. You end up finding a stone rod that's about a foot long.
Oh, that's actually almost very handy. A stone
Perfect.
rod.
Here
It's
you go.
not there.
I'll trade you for this spork.
How big was it though?
It's a foot long.
Okay. I could probably carry that as like a cat in my mouth.
I mean,
I mean, if you've got it in
can
your
make
bag,
your
you
way
keep your
in.
bag when you wild shape, don't you?
Yes,
Do you?
keep all of your stuff on you.
Okay, good.
So if it's strapped to your bag,
Okay.
Thing about dimensions. Cubit is a 5-foot cube, isn't he? What?
I was deciding about whether or not to make it bigger or not. Yes,
that because the fucker keeps eating my burritos. He's well fed.
he's a 5-foot cube.
How could you contain an 8-foot cube?
With ill-acquired money.
Yeah.
It must be. There also must be some magic that controls him, right?
The magic is burritos.
And
We
I.
share the same weakness.
Okay, well, actually, no. Can I can I look around for? I think that I wasn't necessarily there for him pulling out the rod because I was getting at the actual item. Can I look for a just probably like
retractable?
a meter long rod of some description, either like a peg or a
You can't find a peg, but you do find pieces of like scaffolding that's used to put the seating complex together. So usually, if they're like building more levels or less levels, they need extra pieces of this click together scaffolding that goes together.
Okay, so I could like fashion together a long enough stick if I needed to.
If you needed to. In
Okay, well,
about 3 feet lengths.
Okay. Sweet. Well, I'd probably like take
Okay.
maybe 3 foot length.
Yep.
Are
And then
you
just, like-
planning on coming in as well then?
No, I will give it to whoever goes in.
Okay, cool.
However we get in. Then my next point would be, can I go back to the to where to where Cubit like in his stable is.
Mhm.
And can I just like check like on the actual like fences and barricades in his section? Can I just like see if there are any sigils or like arcane writing that I might be able to understand?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. I feel like this dice has been better for me. It is not. That's a 5.
So 5. There is some scratchings and etchings on the inside of this. You're not sure if it's graffiti or some runic language you're not aware of.
Damn. Okay.
The youths, they do be doing things.
Luna, here's what I was able to find. These are some scaffolding. If you just click them in like this, it can be a 6-foot rod or a 3-foot, whatever you like.
Thank you. That's perfect. I put it in my bag, and I put the other one in my bag as well.
Is it just
Eh,
me, or does the one I pulled out kind of remind you of a breadstick?
It doesn't.
No, I could
Um,
no. Actually, I could see it. I wouldn't. I wouldn't try eating it, but no. Yeah, I
Want to try
Okay.
eating it?
You
No.
cannot see it. Don't indulge him. He's really drunk. I give him some actual food from
Oh,
my trailer. Um,
Cool. And it's enough to say
And-
that Bree gets back, having reporting through Pipwick that the tent has that weird zapping thing. If you try and go over it, if you try and climb it, it becomes like really, really, really sticky, and only with the help of the other rats did they manage to
Did they
recover.
double stack?
Did they manage to recover Brianna, who got like attached to the wall in a way that, as a rat, she couldn't explain, couldn't understand. So they didn't make any attempts to go over it.
we can't go under it. We can't go over. We have to go through it.
Are
okay.
you telling me to run at the curtain?
No. No.
Is the door just
Definitely not.
unlocked?
You're welcome to try. You have to go back to the big top to do that, though.
Where would Zelfa be at this point?
She would probably be coordinating people getting ready for the next show in the big top. Getting all the dancers ready, getting all the horses ready, making sure everything's ready to go.
Perhaps in the stress of the situation, you could get her to guide you in really quickly.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try it. Because at this point we've got nothing else.
And your hair is looking so fantastic. Bring. I'm gonna give you a bardic inspiration.
Oh, thanks.
So you
Yeah.
get a d6 for your next roll if you want it.
Thank you. I'm trying to find where to put it. I can't remember. Heroic inspiration? Is that
No, it's just a bardic. You won't. It's
okay?
you just have to remember.
Okay. 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 I think I'm gonna try Zelfa. I'm gonna go and talk to her.
Are the rest of you waiting in the trailer?
I think I will be nearby.
I feel like we should do something, but I'm not sure what.
Really, just try to be out
Should
of the
we
way.
go play our musical instruments and make a distraction?
That would be a bad idea because we're actually paid off by Madame Mira to go back to the tavern. But we
Should
are
we go
not.
play our instruments at the tavern?
That is very far away, and we cannot help our friend. No.
Cool. So you make your way towards the big top. The two of you kind of hanging back a little bit as Luna takes the lead here, making her way. And you, it doesn't take you very long at all to catch Zofia as she's like trying to coordinate people, getting everybody set up, doing like last minute costume checks, getting everything here. She's feeling kind of like a director role for all of the dancers that are getting ready to go out for this session. So she's checking on, costumes, making sure people are ready, numbers are done, counted, everything is sorted, ready for the next big performance. And she hasn't noticed you yet, but you could very easily walk into her peripheral.
I'll walk into her peripheral and wave.
Hi, Pumpkin. What's up?
Hey, I'm just coming to see how the performance is going. How did the first one go?
That's good. Certainly very good. Yeah, we're just trying to get everything sorted. No injuries. Nothing happened last time, so we are just moving on through. She's like
Amazing.
doing like a visual checklist, walking past people. She's like barely even looking at you. Um,
Yeah.
what can I help you with?
Could you just give me the passcode for my mum's dressing room, please? I need to go and speak to her.
Not a password. Today, darling, it is a riddle. She's decided that we all need an intelligence test before we head in there. Most of the equipment though for the show has been moved out. It's actually down in some of the other storage rooms. So, we just got that sorted. Yeah, so if you need actual stuff you're not on my call sheet. But yeah, most of the stuff's not being stored in there anymore. She and Gregor set it up differently, just like this afternoon. But yes, so we're making it's just fractionally different, a little bit of extra fun for everyone. She's like checking people.
Yeah, no, it's not stuff that I need. I want to go and talk to her, and obviously she's locked up in her dressing room, and so
I
yeah.
don't
Could I
believe
have
that
the
she
riddle,
is.
please?
I think she's actually out inspecting some of the crew up above.
I
Um,
think that Leonardo is within earshot, but is not in visual range of this conversation. So I want to be.
Yeah,
I
so
would
you're
want
like
to be listening.
in the space as they're like getting ready in the back rooms of the big tub. It's
Yep.
half storage room, half back room, half green room, I guess, half dresser, and
Yep.
also there's horses and other animals around.
Oh yeah.
Fun, smelly. Yeah. Yeah. So she's up talking to some of the guys who do the effects, the special effects team.
Damn you, Oval. Um, okay, thank you. I'll try and find her, but I did need to pick up some stuff for her from her makeup and things like that. Could I get the riddle, please?
Oh, it changes. So I don't
Oh.
know which one it is. And surely you not have your own. There's a kit. There's a couple kits around if you need something. All of the girls are getting dressed down there. You can sort out.
Yeah,
Stuff out there.
it's not for me. It's from Mum, and she wants it from her.
Can I then I feel like I could hear this conversation. Can I send a message to Luna and just be like, I think that it's a riddle per entrant. So
Oh, like everyone has their own individual riddle.
yeah, we might
Is
be
it
able
tailored to
to
them? If you
we
heard
might
mine,
be
you'd
able
definitely
to-
be able to get it.
we might be able to just work together to unlock this riddle. It may be
Okay.
more simple than we expect.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Silva.
No worries, Pumpkin.
Fan, I thought the
Nice.
plan is you were wild shaping in to bypass the riddle.
But if we don't need to
Yeah.
bypass the riddle,
Okay.
if we're smart enough to not bypass the riddle, how's everyone's intelligence looking?
Not
one.
good.
Okay.
I get a +1, but yeah, I haven't been rolling the best.
Yeah.
I was also thinking I could wild shape and try and like get in behind someone or listen to theirs and use it after they come back out. But
If it
that
changes, then
relies
that's
on
not
it
going to
being
help
the
us.
same for that one person.
Yeah.
So yeah, that really depends. But I can still try and hot put it in behind them.
There is no way that this riddle is simple, but it's simple enough that everyone knows, but also incredibly deadly to anyone that makes a small, minuscule mistake. But alas, we must try.
Okay.
I think that Leonardo's filled with confidence with that and is gonna start heading over to the door.
Well, assuming I'm there, I'll follow. After all his last
Oh,
instructions to me were to follow
I
him.
think that we're ready to take this on right now. How are you feeling?
bloody hell. I do not
I'm
feel
feeling
ready,
great.
but I've talked to
I feel like
Pipwick
I
and
could
I'm
tackle
like,
Cubit.
do you think Pipwick, I need your help, please.
Help with what?
Dealing with this. This is
We
not
can
going
answer
to
a
plan.
riddle. I'm sure we can answer a riddle.
Okay, alright.
You're talking
alright.
to the DM, remember?
Summon the jewel rolls.
It's worth a try. Alright. I might just disguise myself just in case my mum pops up and is like thinking
Cool. So are
Like-
you using a disguise kit or a disguise spell?
I have a disguise kit.
Cool.
Mhm.
So you will have to take time to go and like change your appearance
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
before
fine.
you do this. Yeah. So you
I'll
like
tell the others.
nip off to one of the little like seats and mirrors to like set yourself up in the back room and changing your appearance. Can I get a do you have proficiency with this?
Give me one
Proficiency with
moment.
like what proficiency would she need?
Yeah, I can't see.
So there's like charlatan backgrounds can give you a bunch of proficiencies and stuff like that.
I don't think I have proficiency with that.
I think I have the charlatan background and don't have
Oh,
I've got forgery kit as in like as a
cool. So let's.
Oh, I do have charlatan. I do have charlatan.
I think that
I
you'd
have
be proficient
entertainer.
with this.
Would that be similar?
I think that is different. But okay, give me either deception roll or a stealth roll or a sleight of hand roll.
We're going sleight of
Depending on
hand.
how you think that will like work for you. So like doing your makeup versus like putting on the character versus yeah.
Much prefer Luna's role rather than Dwyrew's. What the hell?
Yeah.
And
I
that's with
have
a plus
+5.
4.
Yeah. So I got 24 for my sleight of
Ooh.
hand.
So you very expertly draw somebody else's face on top of your face, and you could just walk out as effectively a different person.
So I feel like there's probably some performers that have like full face makeup, and like
You just look like all of the other clowns that are in here, like
Exactly.
replicated as you make your way to.
they're not
the
clowns in the
curtain.
circus. They're performers.
Well,
Acrobats.
Dwyrew rolled a 9, so I feel like maybe just picked up a stone and gave himself a black eye by mistake.
Wait,
You were trying to go for like the siren eyes and ended up doing kiss makeup.
You're just like, oh, the wing's gone bad. The wing's gone bad. All right, we'll just get bigger. We'll get okay.
Yeah.
Big panda eyes.
So with that, you are now making your way towards to the curtain, and we might leave it there and have you guys jump back in as you confront the curtain at the start of next session.
So
This is
close.
going to be interesting. Very interesting.
Cool. So, do you guys have anything that you want to plug or share before we head off?
Subscribe, bitches!
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. Also, Pad's podcast, which is finally
Right.
press record .podbean.com and all of the places. I don't know. I'm promote Pat's thing.
Is
He's
that-
not here to do it.
I was gonna like, should we type that out in chat or something like that so that it's easier to actually look at? But
I would have to actually type it. So good luck, everybody.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's
Cool. No. If you like it, it's Googleable. Finally press record.
finally press record.
All right, and we will see you guys in
Next
the future.
week.
Yeah.
Bye!
Bye bye.
We'll